In this video, we're going to look at cost minimization when a firm has two plants. So a firm wants to minimize the cost of producing 4 units of output. The firm has 2 plants to produce this output, or 2 factories. In plant 1 or factory 1, the total cost of production is given by the following. And in the second plant, the total cost of production is given by this equation. In order to minimize the cost of producing 4 units of output, the marginal cost must be equal in each factory. So we're going to get the marginal cost from factory 1, which is a derivative of the cost function with respect to output. So we get the following 10, bring down to 2 in front here, we get 8, and then 2 minus 1 in the exponent just leaves us with 1 in the exponent. And then bring down the 3 in front here, 3 minus 1 leaves us with q subscript 1 squared. Okay, and we get the marginal cost in plant 2. We get the following derivative result. And then in our next step, we're going to just set both of these equations equal to one another. So setting marginal cost in plant 1 equal to marginal cost in plant 2. We're going to simplify this a little bit. You'll notice the 10s here cancel. And then the next important step is to recognize we're trying to produce 4 units of output. It doesn't matter where that output comes from, plant 1 or plant 2. So let's just solve this for q subscript 2. So plant 2's output equals 4 minus plant 1's output. And now I'm going to substitute this result into this above equation here. So where I see a q subscript 2, I'm going to now plug in 4 minus q subscript 1. So making that substitution, I don't do anything to the left-hand side, but on the right-hand side here, this q subscript 2 now, in parentheses, that minus 4 is being multiplied by this result here, 4 minus q subscript 1. And then likewise, we have 3 times q subscript 2. What is q subscript 2? It's 4 minus q subscript 1, and that is all squared. We've got that squared term up here. So let's simplify this a little bit more. So minus 4 times 4 is minus 16. Minus 4 times negative q subscript 1. We get this result. In parentheses, if we were to square that, we'd get this result here. And then in our next step, I'm just going to multiply this 3 by what's in parentheses here. Okay, let's do some canceling here. This 3q subscript 1 squared cancels with the same term over here. 48 minus 16 is 32, plus 4q subscript 1 minus 24q subscript 1 leaves us with minus 20q subscript 1. The next step is I'm just going to add this 20q subscript 1 to both sides, leaving us with 12q subscript 1 on the left-hand side, and now dividing through by 12. The output in plant 1 should be 8/3. And how much should we produce in plant 2? Since we're producing 4 units, and the output in plant 2 is 4 minus output in plant 1, we should produce 4/3 units in plant 2. And if we were to add both of these fractions up, we would indeed get 4 units of output. And that is how you would minimize the total cost of producing 4 units of output with these 2 plants. Okay, I hope you found this video helpful.